Hey guys, tonight we're going to use those leftover pork wraps that Jay made yesterday. They were really good, but I have some great ideas on how we can use the leftovers because he made, I think there was 6 and they were nice and good size, so we only used a couple of them last night. So let me show you what I've got going on and then we'll get right to it. What we're going to do is I'm going to take some linguine and I'm going to cook that up, and I'm going to add some butter and some seasoning, some parsley, some onion powder, some cheese eventually. This is some sharp cheddar that I've grated up. Also to that, I'm going to make some of these mushrooms. I'm going to saute these up and get them nice and browned. I've got some leftover sausage from the rolls that he made last night. And also, we've got some garden fresh tomatoes and some peppers that I'm going to add in with the mushrooms, I think. And cook those up a little bit. All that will be going in with the pasta. And the main attraction would be these leftover pork wraps that he made last night. Now I left them in the foil. I left them just like they came off the barbecue. Those last night really had a nice kind of saucy gravy that they were cooking in. And so I wanted them to warm up in that also. Alright guys, so I'm going to get these mushrooms and stuff going. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there. Just enough to have a little bit for the mushrooms to connect with. I'll let that get warm. Warm up a little bit. Got the water over here. It's almost come to a boil, so this is kind of perfect timing. I'm going to go ahead and get these mushrooms started. Get them browning nicely. I want them nice and brown. And I'm going to get them down to a single layer. So that's one piece. I'd say this is probably about a cup. So we're just going to let that brown up. In the meantime, I've got the water over here boiling. And it's about time to get some linguine added to that. I'm going to use about half a box. It's just a regular size box. And about a nice handful. Maybe a little bit more, I'll see once I get it in here. Well, I think that's plenty. And to this I'm going to add a little bit of oil and some salt. Just regular table salt. And this not only helps flavor the noodles, but it keeps them from sticking together, the oil. And I'm going to let that come back up to a boil. And that's going to cook for about 10 minutes. Alright, these have been cooking for a couple of minutes. Give them a stir, get the other side going. And I'll tell you every time, mushrooms require patience for them to turn out right. You can have a sloppy mess or you can have some nicely browned mushrooms, but patience is the key. I'm not going to add any salt or any other seasonings right now. I'll wait till later to do that. These are looking nice. one just doesn't want to cook. But yeah, they're looking nice. These have come back up to a boil, so I'm going to set my timer. Alright, those are nicely browned. I'm going to add a little bit of salt now. Those off. I think I'm going to actually take those out of the pan for now. And now I'm going to add some more oil. I'm going to throw these peppers in there. This is the combination of serrano and I believe some little baby jalapenos, but they may be all serrano, I'm not sure. You know, we pulled everything out of the garden that was left out there before the rain started, and some of those were really babies, so there's no telling what we have here in the pan. I don't have any onion. I'm out of onion, so I thought we would spice it up with a little bit of peppers. There's also some peppers in the meat that he cooked last night. I want to get some going in the pasta. Kind of wishing I would have chopped them up better, but mushrooms too. Maybe a little smaller. We're just going to get these nice and brown or tender, whichever. You don't want them overly brown, but you do want them tender. So they're looking nice. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and throw this leftover sausage. This is part of what he stuffed the wraps with last night. Let's take out the wraps and give those a quick turn. I'm only going to let these warm up a few more minutes, and then I'm going to take these out. I don't want them getting too done. I'm going to turn this way down so we get closer to having a... Go ahead and throw the mushrooms back in. Alright, this pasta's looking like it's about done, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and drain it. Alright, so I've got this drained. I rinsed it with some nice hot water. I did leave the flame on low. I also put probably a half a cube of butter, I would say. I chopped it up. So a quarter cup. I'm going to melt that in here. And I'm also going to put in quite a bit of this dried parsley, because I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and it's going to bring that parsley back to life. Take this off. I'm going to say maybe a tablespoon of parsley, dried parsley. Also going to add some onion powder, just to kind of make up for the onion that I'm missing. I do want an onion flavor in there, so I'm going to do the onion powder on the pasta. It's smelling really good. These veggies are smelling really awesome. I'm going to mix this all up. Oh, I also want to add some salt to the pasta. So now you should have some nice, buttery, flavorful pasta. It's not going to clump up when you get ready to pull it out of this pan, which we're going to do in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn this flame. Now I'll turn it all the way down to low, which is barely any flame at all, just to try to keep that warm. Over here in the mushrooms and peppers, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the fresh cut tomatoes. Now I'm not cooking these, I just want to warm them a little bit. I want them to still have that fresh flavor. But I do want them warmed through. So I'm going to turn this up here a little bit. Let that start warming. Alright. That's nicely warmed. Looks very nice. I'm just going to let that sit. I'm going to go ahead and cover that up. Alright, I've got these right here already. I'm going to unwrap them, get them on a board so we can cut them. Last one, nicely browned up. Okay, let's start slicing these up. Alright, it's just hanging off. I have to have it. Okay. See if this will work. Yes, it will. Look at that. Yeah, these are slicing up really nicely. Still got all that cheese inside. Pasta's still nice. A bit more in there. Very nice. And now these tomatoes. you can mix these with your pasta, but I think the pasta always stays a little better if you just leave them separate. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'll go ahead and just lay those right on top. And over that, sprinkle a little bit of cheese. I decided not to mix this in with the pasta like my original plan. I decided to just go over the top. I didn't want my pasta to get sticky, so this is how we got it. Now let's give it a taste. Guys, so let's give this a taste. Looks delicious. Okay, get a piece of that meat in there. It's delicious. It's it's just how I thought it would be. It changed it up from last night enough to where it's not, you know, same old, same old. You just had that last night. It's totally new meal, and that's what I was going for, and it is delicious. Have a great night, guys.